Okay, folks, Rugby League. Right, it's very similar to the one we've just done on football, looking at a few of the latest Rugby League games, and much of it's tales of woe and shocks, a bit like the football has been. Right, where will we start? We'll go with Leigh and Catalans. Oh no, we'll go with Saints against Huddersfield. I see Saints won on Thursday by 1 point against a resurgent Huddersfield, but I think Saints suffered yet more losses injury-wise, which is a shame for them. I don't worry about that as a Warrington fan. They've got plenty of other bodies. We've had a terrible run these last few seasons with injuries, so no worries on that score from me. But Huddersfield run them close. Then we go to yesterday. Leigh versus Catalans. Leigh absolutely battered Catalans score-wise. They stopped Catalans getting over the try line, almost unheard of over the last 4, 5, 6 years. So you've got to say, well done Leigh there. And it came on a night that Wigan got battered by OKR. I would imagine the two teams that got battered were the two that were fancied to win, as in Wigan and Catalans. Just one thing I'd like to say about the Wigan game, and then a little bit more about the Warrington game, being a Warrington fan. The Wigan game last night, it was on and off. I seen bits of it. I didn't see all of it. But I noticed one of the the tries, or one of the breakaway tries, right near the end. And I was amazed with, and I've disliked him for many a year, probably because he's such a good player. Maybe it's his appearance with the short term. Is it Liam Farrell? I think it is. He's tracking back to try to stop that try. I thought it was absolutely awesome. I really, really did. He came from the opposite wing. Let's face it, he's not a back. I think he's a second rower when all's said and done. You know, he's getting on a bit in years as well. And he really, really put everything into getting back. He made sure that the guy didn't go under the sticks to get a certain 6 points. Can't remember whether they kicked it or not. But at a time when the game was already lost, because Wigan weren't coming back from there, he absolutely busted a gut to get back. Now, many forwards do that, but not to the extent Farrell did. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I really did. I was heartened to see that the consolation try was scored a few minutes later by Farrell. I missed that one, but I know he scored. Thought that was brilliant, and really, you watch Farrell there and it says a lot about what Wigan have been about for the last 2 or 3 years. It's hardly surprising they're doing well. Hate to say that, it's a great teeth job for me being a Warrington fan. And that's who we go on to last. Just disappointing today. Salford played pretty well, yeah they did. You know, and the halfback there marshalled him well as he always does. But we were just poor, just really poor. We've had a problem these last 3 or 4 years with discipline. And over the last sort of few games, Burgess has tightened up, it's got a lot better. The discipline went out the window today. Some stupid things off the ball, some stupid things like going up for balls when, you know, the man's in the air, pushing, just some stupid things. Had discipline been okay today, we'd have won that game. We wouldn't have come away feeling happy with ourselves, because we certainly didn't play well, but with better discipline, we would have won. Discipline definitely cost us that game. Yeah, there's a few missing who were a little depleted, but the ones that came in should have been good enough. And that is the last thing. I read in the local press this weekend that Chambers is saying there's probably no more signings. There may be one more, but maybe not. And then next year it's not looking like there's going to be many signings. Well, I still think there's signings needed. You know, I mean, it's a work in progress with Burgess and he's doing a good job. But there's a few people out there that, for me, just aren't good enough and get pretty regular spots within the team. I won't go through who they are now because I've done it enough in the past and I'm going to do it again in the future, no doubt. This is part of a longer video about rugby in general. But just disappointing. And what I will say is, I mean, the try that we were given, who scored the try? Was it Duffy? It wasn't Duffy, was it? It was the try we got given. Good grief, who scored the try? Do you know, George's tried, George Williams. For me, I thought he bounced the ball. I really think he bounced the ball there. I'm not 100% about that because you couldn't see from the camera angle shown, and that's what I'm getting at. They did this video ref again today. Them camera angles in that game today were absolutely woeful. There's absolutely no way on God's green earth that video ref could have been 100% certain Williams had downward pressure on that. The same way if he'd not given it because he said he lost the ball, you couldn't be 100% certain. But from what I seen, I thought he's bounced that. It's come out of his grasp. And the way he celebrated after scoring, there was absolutely no celebration. That told me all I needed to know. I don't think he scored. I think that video reffing was awful. There was one later on again where again it was awful. They on some of these grounds, they're not set up as well as they are on some others. And Salford today was really poor. Some of the angles, they were from too far away, and they wasn't showing enough angles. Really, really poor. Anyway, that's it from me. So a good weekend if you support Leigh. A great weekend if you support Hull KR, especially with the semi-final looming. Not so good if you support Wigan, Catalan, or especially the Wire, the once mighty Wire. Let's hope we get it back.